Well, they always say your first video sucks, so let's get it on out of the way. All right, this is going to be my New Mexico State Dynasty in college football 25. First series I'm doing on YouTube. I've wanted to do a series for a long time. I've decided that this is probably the best way to go about it, is just to jump on in. I have not dialed all of my settings in on my equipment, but I think I am pretty much prepared to do some videos. So, without any further ado, let's get on into it. So, reasons I picked New Mexico State. I think that New Mexico State is the perfect team to take from a small conference into a bigger conference on down the line. So that is my end goal here, is to win enough games to justify, because in this game you don't get invited up, you have to put them there. But I have to win enough games to justify getting into the Big 12, or maybe revitalizing the Pac 12 with some other teams that have been doing good in the Dynasty. Uh, the rule I'm going to make is I can't do this no sooner than year 3, and I have to have at least 2 10-win seasons in order to justify moving to a higher conference. I also would have to have at least a 3-star prestige rating. Those are my prerequisites to moving. I feel like those are fair. Um, Another reason I picked New Mexico State is, well, y'all, they're just horrible. Let's go look at the roster real quick. Um, Starting off, best player on our team is our center. He's a senior. Shocker. Second best player on our team is this running back, and I'm going to be honest with you. The offense I'm going to run, this running back, he's going to get the ball a lot, and he may not. It may be through the air. Um, I'm gonna get into playbook and what I'm running maybe a little later, maybe in another video. Probably the first gameplay video I put out, the first game, I'll get into that. But position wise, let's just go through it real quick. Quarterback, we have Deuce Hogan. He's going to be our quarterback. He's the best quarterback on the team. He's a senior. There's no reason for him not to start. Sip of water. Rob Webster, he is our backup. I am really torn. I haven't decided if I want Webster or Nunez to back up Hogan. Nunez has quite a bit of speed compared to my other quarterbacks, Awad not included. He's going to redshirt this year. We'll see what his progression looks like next year, but I'm telling you, I'm not all that impressed. Accuracy's pretty decent on the short throws, but it just tanks off from there. And his throw power is not really what I need in this offense. I need some gunslingers. So Hogan's going to start at quarterback. Halfback, we got one good one, and the ones after that, yeah, not so much. Mike Washington Jr. is our power back. He has several physical abilities, so he's probably going to be our backup. He'll get in goal line situations, but you're going to see I'm going to run quite a few two-back looks in this offense. Tim Gans is going to be our fourth-string guy. Likely won't play. I had to redshirt 3 of the halfbacks because if you've noticed, we kind of need to find a running back in this recruiting class because all 4 of these guys are seniors. So, no fullbacks, not necessary. This is a problem. Wide receiver room looks like the D3 or NAIA Community League. Pretty much the players that get cut from the teams in the NAIA. Pretty bad. Bunch of sophomores. To be honest, this is going to be a flip. I got one guy coming back next year, PJ Johnson the third. He's a deep threat. He's decent. He's not the greatest thing in the world, but he's decent. He has some upside. Cordell Davis is going to be our number 1 target this year, but to be honest with you, he's a little slow for what I'm trying to do. We'll see. I got a feeling it's just going to be a rough year, guys. Tight end, we're going to use the tight ends, but I got to be honest with you, I don't know if it'll be this year. I mean, I've got a couple of guys who can catch pretty well, but their overall rating wouldn't let you know that. Got one guy that has an ability, so he'll probably be used regardless. Offensive line situation, this year we're going to get lucky. We got 79 on the left tackle, 79 on the left guard. We got an 87 center, I've already mentioned. I am making the executive decision to redshirt his backup, which is a 71. And the main reason for that is just going to be for depth next year. I don't really want to have to recruit offensive line hard this year. And you'll see why once I go over the recruiting in a second. Right guard, we got 2 senior right guards. Likely this guy will back up somewhere. Actually, it'll be this guy. This guy's going to back up somewhere because if you scroll over, this guy's awareness is much better and his pass blocking is better. Pass block power is better, and that may matter when you factor in his run block power is almost 20 points higher than this guy's. And he has a mental ability of O-line rally on gold, which is pretty good. We're redshirting BJ Tolo, and Wheeler is likely, he may not make the cut at the end of the season. Right tackle, we're good this year. Not going to have to worry about it this year, maybe even not the next year. So let's just be happy that our offensive line is pretty much taken care of for a little bit. Left in, going over to the defensive side, Noah Arenze or Arenz. It's either Arenze or Arenz. Yeah, somebody in the comment section of the 2 people who watch this video is probably going to tell me that I butchered that name, but whatever. He's going to start for us, although I could see Cale Edwards getting the nod eventually just based off of speed alone. Maybe awareness and play recognition is going to have something to do with it. We'll see how that turns out. I kind of like the size of Arenze. Beatles is going to be the 3rd guy, and we are redshirting Henry Davis the 3rd. Right in. Looking at Beverly starting, this isn't a great situation. It could be that Edwards starts on the right side, or I mean the left side, and Arenze starts on the right side. We'll get into that in the first week. I haven't quite made up my mind. I doubt that Beverly is going to start now that I've looked at his pretty horrendous overall, and I'm not pleased with this power move or this play recognition rating here. It's just not great. Defensive tackles, this is pretty self-explanatory. Our 2 seniors, they're going to start, and then we need to find at least 2 in the off season. Hopefully we might be able to dip into the portal to get some guys. Left outside linebacker, Polidi's going to start probably for the next 2 years. Middle linebacker, we're looking at, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, Sony Opayu. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, somebody that watches this video, the whole 2 people, they will probably let me know. One of them just so happens to be a New Mexico State fan. Who'd have thunk it? Demetrius Warren Jr., he's going to back up Apuyu or Apayu or Aupai, whatever. It's not a great situation at the middle linebacker room. I'm going to have to figure out how you pronounce this guy's name, though, because he is a sophomore redshirt sophomore, so meaning he will be around for a while. Right outside linebacker, Tyler Martinez. He and Heil are going to be battling it out. They are almost identical. In fact, if you look at their top 8 attributes, they're exactly the same. So yeah, Martinez has a little bit of size. I'm more inclined to go towards him. Plus, he has the deal breaker for playing time. So yeah, and Jackson's not going to see the field, and he's a senior, so who cares? Cornerback position. This is somewhat of a bright spot for us. We got a couple of dudes that are decently fast at 89 speed and 93. I am going to go dime. So these first 4 guys are actually going to see the field quite often. I'm hoping I don't have to dip into Lennar Kelly. Wow, they didn't even give that guy an AI face. Wow, that's Lennar Kelly. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. Anyway, enough of that. Free safety, we are looking at Nick Sessions starting, and I am going to make the decision to redshirt Dylan early. This is based off of just I really want to have a good free safety next year, And it looks like if I don't redshirt him, I'm going to have to dip in with Barnes or Thomas. And I'm not willing to trust the progression to work the way it should. Uh, Strong safety, we are looking at Josiah Cox. And after that, it's just a bunch of bums. I mean, really, like, boy. I mean, I don't know where we found these guys. Anyway, kicker, we got two of them. Freddie Hoya is the better one. More accuracy, more power. He's just the better one. Punter, he's not great. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I hope I don't have to use him a lot. But given our team is pretty dog water, I'm probably going to have to. All right, enough of that. I am going to go over to the scouting and recruiting. Now, I'm not going to go over this in detail every single week, but pretty much I wanted to go over it one time, and then I will give an update as the season goes on what I plan to do with recruiting and how it's going. I have a strategy. I'm hoping I can land a few. I don't know if we'll get any 5 stars, but if we can get some good 3 stars that are being overlooked and maybe a couple of 4 stars based off of proximity to home or based off of maybe playing time, then I'm going to be happy with that. But anyway, that's my main philosophy. These guys, I wouldn't be married to their names. There's a few of them that I'm looking forward to having. Connor Clinton, it says he's a bust, but this is a center that could easily slide over to any of the other offensive line positions. His pass blocking is decent. His run blocking, not so much. However, he has team player mental on gold, which means that he's likely to not lose a whole lot of attribute points playing at other positions. That ability I found in my playthroughs to be pretty good. Clear-headed, it's all right. We've got a tight end that I'm going after that I think's pretty good. It says he's a bust, but he's got pretty good speed, so, I like my fast guys. 87 acceleration on a tight end is actually pretty good. Sip of water. I got kind of a cold, so I'm fighting through that at the moment. Going to look at our custom schedules real quick. We're going to start the year off with a tune-up at FCS Midwest. I am not changing the schedule. This is the real schedule, so we're going to play FCS Midwest at home. We are going to play Liberty at home. We're going to go out and play Fresno State, Sam Houston on the road, New Mexico State at home, Jackson State on the road, Louisiana Tech at home, FIU at their place, Western Kentucky, and then we are going to go to Kyle Field in Week 12 to play Texas A&M. I am not looking forward to this at all. Middle Tennessee State in Week 13, and then we finish the year out with the Battle of I-10, UTEP, and New Mexico State, most likely to see who's going to end up being 5-7 or 6-6. Or, this could be my only win of the season, depending on how it goes. I mean, I think that the schedule is looking pretty good for us. The game against Texas A&M at Kyle Field, I am not looking forward to. I'm telling you, that is going to be a thrashing. Anyway, guys, I hope to get some views on this. I hope somebody actually enjoys this series. I highly doubt that will be the case. I am almost positive I'll get maybe 10 views in a month's time. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.